Lake effect snow blanketing much of West Michigan, and that's just half the story. Tonight will be the coldest night we've seen in 2 years.
That with more near whiteout conditions expected on the roads tomorrow. School closings are just beginning to come in, and more will likely follow. We've got team coverage for you tonight, working to get you ready for what the morning drive will look like on the way in tomorrow. We'll begin with Chief Meteorologist Bill Steffen.
System that's affecting us. Number one, we got the cold, we got the wind producing some wind chills, and we have the snow here in West Michigan. Let's take a look at Storm Track Live and show you what's out there. Again, if you were to take an area from Oceana County on down to the Grand Rapids area and then south, this is the area that's really had the significant snow in here. We've had reports of anywhere from 5 to 7 inches of snow from some of this area, southern Ottawa County into Allegan County. We'll have more on that for you here in just a little bit. But the same area getting the snow will continue to see snow. You can see there's not much off to the north and east of Grand Rapids. At best, a light dusting there overnight tonight. But as you travel west, west-northwest, and south out of Grand Rapids, you're going to be running into this snow, and it will continue to accumulate. We have the winter weather advisory continuing until 5 a.m. for all the counties you see in the darker green. That includes Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. A wind chill advisory off to the east. Current temperatures are dropping. We're 5 above now. Muskegon, Grand Haven, Grand Rapids, some temperatures approaching 0 already off to the north of Grand Rapids. Factor in the wind chills at -10, Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids, -17 up at Fremont at the current time. And this is what we expect for the early morning commute. Temperatures in the single figures. Winds west at 10 to 20, wind chills around -10 to -15. Speaking of cold, we sent Kyle outside. Kyle, what's it look like outside now?
It's bitterly cold, Bill. In fact, wind chills tonight and air temperatures tonight going to be in that dangerously cold zone if you're not dressed appropriately. That said, if you bundle up, use a little common sense, it won't be that big a deal. It'll just be really cold. First thing I want to show you tonight is snowfall totals. We have new totals coming in even in the last hour here. We're up to just about 7 inches in Jenison. Granville at 6 inches. Hudsonville with a new report at 5 inches of snow from this system. Wayland, Zeeland also at 5 inches of snow. Battle Creek at 4, and rounding out the bottom of the list, we're at about 2 inches in Grand Rapids. Also at the Lakeshore in Holland, 2 inches. Take a look at the additional snowfall forecast. This is what we're expecting overnight through early tomorrow morning. Another 2 to 4 at the Lakeshore, couple inches inland. It's going to be blowing the snow around too, so we'll see some drifting, reduced visibilities because of that. The other big weather story, of course, the cold, the air temps, also the wind chills. This first line that I'm showing you, actual air temperatures getting down to 0 tonight, the coldest we've seen in a couple of years, and wind chills well below 0 overnight and early tomorrow morning. Now, since we've had such a mild winter so far, something that might slip your mind, I don't want this to happen. If you have animals, be them farm animals or dogs that stay outside year-round, make sure they have fresh water that's not frozen, because it's going to be a really cold night tonight. We'll have more on the 8-day forecast and a very small warm-up when we come back.
Okay, Kyle, Bill, thank you. It has been slow and dangerous driving all day across West Michigan. The worst wreck was this 30-car chain reaction crash. This happened on I-96 near Marne this morning. And 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen is live to show us what roads look like right now. Tom?
Well, Sue, those slow and dangerous conditions continue tonight here along US 131 just outside of downtown Grand Rapids. Traffic moving, but again, these roads are not clear and nowhere near perfect conditions by any means. I can tell you on my short trip over here went about 60, 65 on the highway or so, so a little bit slower than normal. But the big problem are on those side and secondary roads that have gone somewhat untreated by road crews because they've been focusing so much on these main roads. But a very slick condition. So tomorrow morning when you're getting up and heading out of your developments on your way to work or school, really be careful, especially when you come to those intersections where a lot of people have been stopping. Those tend to get very icy. Now, we have seen plenty of road crews out here tonight, but because of those bitterly cold temperatures, they're not dumping salt on the roads because that just would not be effective. So we talked to officials from the Kent County Road Commission tonight about what exactly they are doing to treat these roads.
What we're putting down is a mixture of sand, salt, and liquid calcium chloride. So you get the action of the calcium chloride and the salt, rock salt, you can see here by my thumb, in the sand for grit. When it's this cold, you can get the salt to start working, but it's going to refreeze. Just like your skin freezes with a wind chill, so does the salt on the road. Once it starts to melt, it'll refreeze so quick. So the sand will give you a little bit of grit left behind. Just something for a little bit of traction.
In the morning, these are the main highways we expect to be impacted by the snow. I-96 and I-196 west of Grand Rapids, US 31 along the lakeshore, and 131 from Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo, and also I-94 from Battle Creek all the way to Chicago. Another problem we're dealing with are the winds tonight, decreasing that visibility. Those are supposed to continue through the morning, so again, we'll keep you updated. Live in Grand Rapids, Tom Hillen, 24-Hour News 8.
All right, thank you, Tom. Storm Team 8 will stay on top of the weather conditions for you throughout the night. We'll have live updates on road conditions and school closing information on daybreak starting at 4:30.